Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's me, the Frugal. So back in January, I outlined my plan for debt freedom in 2021. If you've heard anything about my debt story, you'll know that I've been paying off a £21,000 loan since 2018. And in that time, I have been repaying the loan. I've built a £21,000 investment portfolio and I've cash flowed an MBA program and built a 6-month emergency fund. And I've been able to do all of that because I chose to take the slow debt payoff route. But was it the right decision? In this video, I want to look at the strengths and weaknesses of the scorched earth versus balanced life approach to paying off debt so that you can figure out which is best suited to you and your future. And make sure you watch to the end of the video because I will be doing an analysis of my debt payoff strategy so that I can answer my own question. Okay, without further ado, let's get started. All things fast debt payoff. If you're on a debt payoff journey today, you will definitely have heard of Dave Ramsey and his rice and beans scorched earth approach. He promotes gazelle focus when it comes to paying off debt. No social life, no holidays, picking up extra jobs, using every single penny to pay off your debt, doing nothing else until it's gone. More controversially, he does promote only holding $1,000 or £1,000 as an emergency fund and also ceasing all pension contributions until you're debt free. Many people advocate this approach, laser focus, doing nothing else. Life stops until you are debt free. But what is the merit of all of this? Benefits of fast debt payoff. We love compound interest until we have debt, and then it is our worst enemy. Paying back debt early means that we reduce the amount of interest that would be paid back over the original loan repayment term, thus making our debt cheaper. The key thing to remember is the longer we hold debt because of interest, the more expensive it becomes. So let's go through an example. If you borrow £225,000 for 30 years with a 4% fixed mortgage, it will cost you £1,074 a month. By paying off an extra £500 a month, not only will you reduce that 30-year term down by 13 years and 9 months, you will also save over £80,000 in interest that you would otherwise have repaid. The sooner you're debt free, the sooner you can start using your money on things that matter. You may want to start saving for your first home. You may want to use the money to secure your children's future. You may want to start your business. You may even just want to travel or indulge in your hobbies. What's important here is you can use your money for you, to do the things that matter to you. You're no longer having to give your money to financial organizations, and that in itself is a win. Debt makes reaching your financial goals harder. Debt means investing and saving less. It means retiring later. And it means being more susceptible to financial difficulties, which will then create a vicious cycle and create more debt. You retire later. And again, you get further and further away from your financial goals. The quicker you can pay off debt, the closer you will get to achieving your dreams. This is where I should list the negatives of paying off debt fast. But actually, I believe that everybody that has debt should aim to pay off their debt as quickly as makes sense for the individual circumstance. For some people, that will mean living a life filled with only the basic essentials while paying off debt. And for others, there will be a level of balance as advocated by One Big Happy, for example. Before we look at that, there is just one more point I want to make about paying off debt with a scorched earth approach. There are certain behaviours, certain actions that led to the debt being created in the first place, unless of course it's a mortgage or something like that. Creating a deep budget and using every penny to pay off debt is great, but it doesn't necessarily help you address your relationship with spending. It doesn't create the healthy relationship required to be able to manage your money moving forward. This is something that mustn't be neglected, because once your debt is paid off, you will have to make choices that maximize, use, and allow you to enjoy your money without getting you into another hole. So please do bear that in mind. Our relationship with money must be addressed if we're going to be able to move forward and be more conscious and responsible with how we spend, preventing debt from building up and drowning us again. The balanced approach. If you have addressed your relationship with money, then the balanced approach may be more appropriate for you. I am a firm believer that you can pay off debt, save, invest, and have a life at the same time if you remain disciplined and you focus on value. What do I mean by value? Put simply, you want to restrict your spending to things that matter, that actually improve the quality of your life, and move away from spending for spending's sake on stuff and things and experiences even that really mean nothing to you. They bring nothing to your life. And if you can have that mindset, then it can definitely be done. As I mentioned at the start of this video, I practice the balanced approach to money. The reason why I choose this path is because living a small life that is focused on debt repayment only is bad for my mental health, and I feel limits my future and my choices in a number of ways. Instead, what I do is I set a time scale for debt repayment. As I say, everybody should aim to pay their debt off as quickly as possible, but within reason for your circumstance. So I set a time scale for debt repayment, in my case 4 years, this is year 4, and then I create a budget that allows me to do all of these things. As I say, it requires discipline and some conscious thought. So if you want to take the balanced approach to money, these are the things you need to consider before you decide whether it is appropriate for you. You need a foundation of savings. If you don't have an emergency fund, the balanced approach could get you into trouble very quickly. If you're in a situation where you have no savings, you need to stop everything that you're doing and save for your emergency fund. And to be honest, you probably want to take that scorched earth approach. You want to get an emergency pot of money as quickly as possible. And then if I'm being completely honest with you, once you have built up your savings pot, you probably want to concentrate on debt repayment and maybe take that scorched earth approach for your debt as well, at least until you've addressed the behaviors, the reasons why you've been left with a no cash and debt situation. Once you've dealt with that, then you may want to consider introducing a few more things into your life and kind of reordering how you actually use your money. But till then, you want to focus savings and then debt. You need enough income. Now, we have to be honest about this one. There's kind of no shying away from it. If you make enough money where you can pay off debt, you can save, you can invest, you can fund experiences, then the balanced life is perfect for you. Absolutely perfect. However, if money is tight for you, you would be better off focusing on one thing at a time. Don't dilute your small resources by trying to do it all. You will have more impact by doing one thing, which in this case is just paying off the debt. If you need help in this department, watch my last video on ways to pay off debt when you have no money. 4 tips on how to make extra income to help you on your journey. You need a frugal mindset. Living the balanced approach, in my opinion, means 2 things: having an effective budget and being able to prioritize quality over quantity. If you're not naturally frugal, you may struggle to maintain that balance, and you may tip the scale accidentally towards spending, which will cost you more money in the long run and slow down your race. Debt is debt. So balance, being completely realistic, will still require sacrifice. The idea is still to pay off debt quickly while building your life, but you have to remember, we're still paying the debt off quickly as makes sense within the life that we are building. So you've got to remember that balance means tipping the scale in that direction. You want to prioritize being debt free. So did I do the right thing by taking the slower debt payoff route while building a balanced life? My £21,250 loan at 1.6% will cost me approximately £22,500, something like that, rough calculation. My balanced life timescale for repaying this debt is 4 years, so that should actually save me approximately £800-ish in interest. Now, if I look at my ISA alone, I am currently making approximately 24% return on my investment pot. So to me, it has been worth paying money into that every month rather than using that amount of money to double my repayments and pay off my debt earlier. As I mention quite often, I have also been able to fund my £18,000 MBA in cash, completely in cash, in the same period. And if I think about my career and how that's developed over the last 2.5 years, my pay rises and my commission increasing year on year, it has been worth investing that money into myself and my further education than using that £18,000 to pay off my debt quicker. I could also talk about the trips that I've taken and the people that I've been able to meet because I have been able to fund experiences that have actually improved the texture of my life, but I think you get the picture. The slow, balanced approach has worked for me, but it may not work for you. So my camera looks like it's overheating, so I'm gonna have to end the video here. Are you paying off debt currently? And if so, which approach are you taking? Are you going scorched earth? Are you a Dave Ramsey advocate? Or is the balanced life one big happy, more your style? Let me know what you're doing. If you don't agree with me and you think I should be putting every single penny into paying off my debt tomorrow, let me know. I'm happy to have that discussion. Okay. If you liked this video, if you got any value from it, please do give me a thumbs up and subscribe for more videos like this, and go and check out some of my other videos on financial education, consumerism and frugality. And with that, until next time, thanks. Bye.